Welcome to session 16 on linear equations, children. Namaste. Today we will be analyzing the formula. Okay. In the last session we derived two formulae for finding the value of x and y. Okay. Originally we got the equations in the standard form a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. Okay. By elimination method, one by one we eliminated the coefficients, or you balanced the equations and solved for x and y. We got it like this. Okay. Now, once again, I'll bring back to your memory how we got it. Okay. What is the first step? First, you have to write the equation in the standard form. After that, if you have to eliminate the coefficients of x, you should find the LCM of a1, a2. This is nothing but a1, a2. So, on multiplying the first equation by a2 and the second equation by a1, the terms of x get balanced. So, by subtraction, you cancelled it, and then you got some terms for y, you collected those terms, you got some terms for in the constant term. Therefore, we found the value of y. Similarly, we followed the same steps for eliminating the variable y to get the value of x. This is how we derived these two formulae. X is equal to b1 c2, b2 c1, a1 b2, a2 b1. Y is equal to C1 A2 minus C2 A1 by A1 B2 minus A2 B1. Okay. Now, first I will tell you how to remember this formula. Okay. X formula. First, for that, what you have to do? X is equal to Y is equal to 1. You can put 3 columns like that. First column is this. So, second column is for y and third column for y. Okay, for 1. Okay. Now, you write here b1 c2 x divided by b1 c2 minus b2 c1. Okay. That you write. Then y, you can write C1A2 minus C2A1. Again, you will have a doubt how to write this. When you are writing below x, you should not include A1 and A2. When you are writing for y, you should not include B1 and B2. Now, for the constant, you should not include the constant. Write only A1 B2 minus a2 b1. Now you put like this. Now tell me what is the value of x. X is equal to, you hide this. X is equal to b1 c2 minus b2 c1 by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. So b1 c2 minus b2 c1 divided by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Correct? Similarly, for y, you don't have to consider this fraction. Y is equal to C1 A2 minus C2 A1 divided by A1 B2 minus A2 B1. And y is equal to this is how you can do. Okay, so this is one way of remembering. Another one is cross multiplication. So in order to do the cross multiplication, you first write x, y and 1, and then here you write b1, c1, b1, c1, then A1 and here B1 again. Now next is B2 and here it is C2 and here A2 and here B2 again. Okay. Now, in order to get X, so what you should do, just we can keep like this. In order to get, cross multiply B1 C2 minus B2 C1 and then here A1 B2 minus A2 B1, and in order to get Y we need C1 A2 and C2 A1. Okay. Now tell me what is X is equal to B1 C2 minus B2 C1 divided by A1 B2 minus A2 B1. In order to get Y, what do we do? C1 A2 minus C2 A1 divided by A1 B2 minus A2 B1. These are all some tips. If you remember as it is, well and good. Okay, that is in fact easier only if you go by BC, CA, AB. In that order if you go, it is easier for you. Are you understanding? Now, what are the implications? How do we get different types of equations and different types of solutions is something that we have to discuss. And another thing on seeing the formula, okay, you'll all have some doubt. Can you tell me what is that doubt? Yes. What will happen if that denominator becomes 0? That is A1 B2 minus A2 B1 becomes 0. What will happen? You won't get the value of X and Y. Yes, that's very true. If the denominator is 0, we won't get a definite value. Isn't it? It is infinity. We cannot get a value for X and Y. Okay, so that we have to find out. But is there any chance that we get that 0 value? Yes. A1, A2, A2, B1 here, and these two, the 1, 2, 3, all these 4 values may be positive or negative. Okay, suppose if these both are equal, then A1, B2 minus A2, B1 becomes 0. So there is every chance, or there are chances that A1, B2 minus A2, B1 becomes a 0. The denominator becomes completely equal to 0. Let us analyze what will happen in that cases. Okay, so we have got the values as this. On seeing this, you would have definitely got a doubt. What is that doubt? What will happen if A1, B2 minus A2, B1 becomes 0? There won't be any solution at all. In that case, how will we proceed? Is a very obvious doubt that you will all have. Okay. Now let us analyze case by case what will happen if such a situation arises. Okay. Now, and it is, chances are there. Why? A1, B2, A2, B1 are all constant values, and they are all some, it may be positive or it may be negative also. So in the calculation, there is every chance that these 4 values can cancel each other, the product cancel each other, and you get here as 0 value. Okay. Now, in order to study further, what are we going to do? Let us take case 1. Before that, let me write the original equations. A1x plus B1y plus C1 equal to 0. This is your equation 1. And A2x plus B2y plus C2 equal to 0. It is equation 2. These are the original equations that we considered. Okay. Now, case 1. Case 1 is what? A1 B2 minus A2 B1 is not equal to 0. If they are not equal to 0, what will happen? Here you will get a positive or a negative value. Correct? That means what? There is a solution. You get a real solution. There is a solution for the value of x and also for the value of y. So they can even say that the equations have a unique and consistent solution. The equations are consistent. The lines are intersecting and there is unique solution. All the three can be concluded here when a1 b2 minus a2 b1 is not equal to 0. Alright? Are you understanding? Now let us take case 2. Case 2 is what? a1 b2 minus a2 b1 equals 0. Alright? Now if that is the case, you will get a1 b2 is equal to a2 b1. Now I am going to bring that a1 to the other side or b1 to this side, or either way I can do it. So I am bringing a2 here. So I will get a1 by a2. b2 can go to the other side, that is b1 by b2. In which case a1 by a2 and b1 by b2 are equal. Let us take the value to be k. Are you understanding? They both are equal. I am just taking the value to be a constant value. Let it be k. Now, if that is the case, what do you get? a1 equal to a2k and b1 is equal to b2k. Simply by cross multiplication I have got it. Alright. So, a1 by a2 is also equal to k. I can write here. So, please see when I say a1 is equal to a2k, you don't see this b1 by b2. So, a2 goes here and a1 we have got. When I say b1 by b2 is equal to k, don't see this a1. These both are equal, isn't it? So, b1 is equal to b2k. That way you have to understand. Okay. Now, with this value of a1 and b1, I am going to substitute in equation 1. Okay. So, if I substitute, the x term will become a2kx. Correct? The y term will become b2ky plus c1 equal to 0. Now I am taking that k out. I will get a2x plus b2y plus c1 equal to 0. Are you understanding? Yes or no? So what did I do here? I took that k out and wrote here as a2x and took this k out, therefore b2y I have got, and the third term is c1 equal to 0. Correct? Now again we have to analyze two cases. What are those two cases? c1 is there. If c1 is also equal to k times c2, that means c1 by c2 can be equal to k or cannot be equal to k also, isn't it? So the c1 is totally different. c1, if a number is equal to some number, there are only two cases. No, either the number is equal or the number is not equal. Is it clear? So that means c1 is equal to k times c2. This is one case. Second case will be what? Second case will be c2 is not equal to k times c2. Are you understanding? Is that clear to you? There are again two cases about that c1. When we combine all the terms, that c1 can either be equal to k times c2 or it need not be equal to k times c2, or it cannot be, whatever you want, you can substitute there. Okay. So there are only two cases that we have to see once again. Are you understanding? Now proceeding further. What will happen? First case we will take. What is that first case? C1 is also equal to KC2. That means you get K times A2X plus K times B2Y plus K times C2 is also equal to 0. Are you understanding? Now, this is your second way. First equation has become like this. Your second equation remains the same. A2x plus B2y plus C2 equal to 0 remains the same. There is no change. What is the difference between these two? Multiplying the second equation by k, you get b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. You get the first equation, namely a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0. Or in other words, what is the conclusion? This a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, and that is also equal to c1 by c2. And all the three ratios are equal to k. When do we come across such case? This case we can come across when the equations are consistent, having infinite solutions, and also the lines are coincident lines. Okay, going back to the same thing what we studied in 1 or 2, 3 sessions before. Okay, so a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is also equal to c1 by c2, and with the same value k say. We get one equation gets, or it's a coincident, one equation becomes the same as the other equation, except for that k times you multiply the first equation, second equation, you get the first equation. Are you understanding? Is that clear to you? Now, in which case you get the solutions to be infinite. Okay, that answers to the question what will happen if it becomes 0. Yes or no? If it becomes 0, there are two cases. First case, we get infinite solutions. In the second case, what will happen? Can you guess? Can you guess? Please tell me. What will you get? You get C1 by C2 is a different value. Or in other words, C1 is not equal to K times C2. In which case, what will you get? You will get A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, but not equal to C1 by C2. In which case, what will happen? You will get a set of parallel lines. Parallel lines, they don't intersect each other. And the equations are inconsistent with no solutions. So again, we are going back to the same concept that we studied 2-3 sessions before. Are you understanding? If the value of A1B2 minus A2B1 is not equal to 0, you get an unique solution. If the value is equal to 0 and A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 and C1 by C2, you get infinite solutions. And A1 by B2 equal to B1 by B2 is not equal to C1 by C2, you get a set of parallel lines for which there is no solution. We write the equations are inconsistent. Is it clear to you? Shall we sum up and write down all the ideas in your notebook? So we have got these 3 results. Using the formula, I want you to try this sum as homework. Okay. You have to get the values A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. Apply it in the formula and then get the values and come for the next session. Thank you, children. Wish you all the best.